boys and girls, welcome to Storytime with Miss Tinker. This morning in my science lesson, I mentioned to you that I was going to read you a special science book this afternoon. I have a book about the life cycle of the frog. From Tadpole to Frog. The author is Kathleen, Weidner, Zoehfeld, and I would like to thank Scholastic Books for allowing me to read this book online during school closures. What do you all see on the front cover of this book? I see something here, could maybe be a tree, and I see a frog. I think this could maybe be a tree frog or a frog in a pond hanging on to some grass or some plants. From tadpole to frog. In the spring, you may see frog eggs in a pond. You can see here, this is a group of frog eggs or frog spawn. Each egg looks like a ball of clear jelly with a dark center. You can see around the outside here is the jelly, and in the middle is the dark center. A clump of frog eggs is called frog spawn, and you can see here all the clumps of frog spawn in a pond. Inside the eggs, tiny tadpoles are growing. At first, they look like small, dark specks. In a few days, a little head and tail take shape. You can see now it's starting to get a little bit of a shape. Soon, the tadpoles wiggle out of their eggs. Gills on the outside of a tadpole's body help it breathe underwater. And you can see here, the gills are on the outside of the tadpole's body. After eating the jelly of its egg, the tadpole has grown. The tadpole's strong tail helps it to swim. And you can see that it looks kind of like a fish, just a little bit bigger. Tadpoles eat until they are big. They do not look like frogs yet. Soon, the tadpole has grown 2 hind legs, and the tadpole's gills have moved inside its body. You can see here it's starting to grow 2 tiny back legs, and its gills are inside and not on the outside anymore. Lungs are beginning to form inside the tadpole's body. Now and then, it puts its head above the water to take a breath. And you can see here its back legs, they're much bigger. As the tadpole's lungs grow stronger, its gills shrink away. 2 front legs grow where its gills once were. So you can see it has front legs now, back legs. Its tail is getting shorter. Soon, the tadpole's mouth has become wider. The tadpole starts to eat small bugs when it is hungry. And you can see here in this picture, now it is a froglet. Its tail is much smaller. It has big back legs, big front legs. It's starting to look here more like a frog than a fish, and it's able to breathe out of the water and eat bugs. For a few more weeks, the tadpole's tail shrinks. Now the tadpole's strong legs and webbed feet help it to swim. And you can see here its tail is almost gone and it's much, much bigger. And the webbed feet means it has skin between its toes to help it move in the water. The tadpole has changed into a small frog. The frog spends some of its time on land and some in the water. Now it's a frog. It's not a froglet or a tadpole anymore. The little frog catches bugs and worms in its wide mouth. After a few years, the frog is full grown. Every spring, there will be new frog eggs in the pond. And you can see here, this is the adult frog, and it is on land. Thank you so much for joining me in this story today. I hope you learned some about the life cycle of the frog and that you have a great afternoon. I hope to talk to you soon. Bye!